Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Margarita here, and welcome back to another Margarita's toy review by yours truly. Today we got a really cool toy review. So before I get into today's toy review, I wanted to thank you guys so much for the support on my videos lately. Thank you guys so much for the views on my last video I posted yesterday on Minecraft. And thank you guys for just sticking around with the channel. As I always say, guys, I really appreciate your guys' support on the channel. It really shows a lot. But let's get right into the review. So today I got an RC review. This is my first ever RC review. And this is of a toy from 2013 that I've recently repurchased after my old one kind of broke. But this one I've managed to keep intact because, you know, I'm actually older and I actually know how to use this thing better without, you know, breaking it. This is the Silverlit Nano Falcon. Nano Falcon is one of many RC helicopters in the market. What's unique about this is that this was 2013's Guinness Book of World Records for the world's smallest RC helicopter, beating the sizes of RCs that were released at the time, such as the Airhawks Pocketcopter and the Micro Helicotero. I believe it was like supposed to be like a French RC helicopter, like it was supposed to be like the world's smallest. And yeah, it was really hard to control from what I've heard from reviews, and it just wasn't that good of a helicopter. But this thing is novel, and just so you guys can see how small it is, this is the controller right back here, and that's it on top of the controller, so it's relatively small. Not enough? How about, this is my hand, okay, and that's the helicopter right there. So when I had it up close like that, it's not this big helicopter, it's actually really small. So this has been now beaten as of recent. Silverlit also released a Nano Falcon XS, which in Asian countries they released it as the Pico Falcon, which is even smaller than this. And this has also been beaten by other models such as their Heli B, which was like a Hispanic sort of thing. Not really Hispanic, but it was like another kind of like a sort of niche release in different countries. I don't know why I said Hispanic. That was dumb. And it was also there's also other versions of the Nano Falcon. There's besides the ones I mentioned. One of the most recent ones they did is the Nano Tandem, which is a tandem helicopter with two sets of rotors that can fly around, and it's really cool. But anyway, we're talking about the Nano Falcon here. So the Nano Falcon is a pretty novel little thing, because unlike other RCs in the market at the time, the micro size, this helicopter sports a 3-axis gyro stabilization system, basically meaning that it's super stable in the air. You guys will see once we get to the flight. And it also has 3 channels of control: up, down, forward, reverse, and spin. So pretty cool stuff. Take a look at the Nano Falcon here. As you can see, I have the American color scheme. It's kind of chipped from a couple crashes, because this thing is very susceptible to crashes because it is a little wibbly. Even though the gyro stabilizer is amazing and really stables this thing out, the slightest tap, if like you basically bump into a wall or you bump into like an object, it will quickly spin out of control and you'll immediately come crashing down. So, as you can see, just like a standard coaxial helicopter, it has the flybar with that pitches to balance the helicopter out. You have your bottom rotor here. You have your canopy there, which you can kind of see electronics on this side. You can kind of see a little bit of the tiny little battery in there. And these are little landing gears, which are actually quite hard to land on, considering how small this thing is. And it has a little tiny tail prop. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a tiny little tail prop, which spins forward and backwards to pitch the helicopter forward and back for movement. So, and it does have metal gears on the top. I don't know if you can see that, but they're like little tiny gears that turn little cogs inside here, which allow the helicopter to spin them very fast and allow it to fly. So it does have 2 little motors right there, those little silver parts of the motors. So it has 3 motors in total. Let's take a look at the controller of this thing. So the controller is fairly, decent. It feels good in the hand. It has throttle right here, spring loaded, so when you let go, it will snap back down. This does dig into your fingers after a while, so if you are a pinch flyer, if you know what that is, like a person that pinches their sticks, then I would recommend that. Either that, or you could just try to put like a piece of rubber on this, so that way it doesn't hurt as bad. There is a light option too. There's a small LED on the front. I don't know if I showed that, but there's a little LED that'll turn on and off. I'll show you that once I turn the helicopter on and get to the flight. You have your on-off switch. You have your channel selection. You have your power button or power LED, and you have your standard joystick here. This joystick controls your forward, backward, left, and right rotation. Very nice. It is spring loaded, so it'll snap back once you let go. You have your left and right trim buttons there, so you can trim the helicopter out in flight. And it does say here Silverlit powered by innovation, and it does come with a charger built in. Now, this controller does take 4 AA batteries on the back. You just unscrew the screw and then you put the batteries in. So it will quickly run out of batteries. So if you're going to buy the Nano Falcon, just be known that this thing will eat batteries like crazy. So just know that. That if you're going to use this thing, you should probably get rechargeable batteries for it. So it's really cool. So anyway, let's turn the helicopter on so that way you guys can see. And then we'll get on to the flight after I show you guys the LED. So there's a little LED that comes on there. Turn on the controller and just throttle up and down to initiate. And yep, we're good. Okay, so there's the LED there. See, turns on and off. All right, so the helicopter around. Let's turn this around and let's see. Let me get my other stand, and let's take this thing out for a flight. Well, not outside, but let's take it for a flight around in here. Okay, so this is the Nano Falcon here. We're going to let it go right now. We're going to turn off the throttle and we're going to let this thing go. I don't know if you guys can see this thing, but the Nano Falcon is quite a stable little bird. Let's see, she's a little bit of trim, but she's very, very stable. So you guys can see, as you can see, there's this left and right turn. So it turns left and right, very slow on the left and right. This thing does have a tendency to move forward on its own just because of the weight at the front. That is not the gyroscope doing that, that's just the weight of the helicopter kind of pushing it forward. But it does have forward and back, so you can move backwards like that, and move forward like that. And now it does go very fast forward. So as you can see, it is very, very stable. Now I turn the LED on so that you guys can see that. You guys can see, but the LED is on. So, very, very cool. A little bit of control. There we go. Okay, you fly it more in a frame. There we go. So, let's do a couple laps around the room. With this thing. A couple small laps. Just a few small laps. Oop. Getting pushed down by the fan in the other corner of the room. And there you go. Let me see if I can land this thing on camera. Let's see if I can do that. Actually, we're gonna take it around for a couple more laps. Let's get some more flight footage of this thing in action. So, as you can hear, it is very loud. It is quite a noisy little bugger. But like I tell you, if you guys are gonna get this thing, I got this off Amazon back when they were selling it. They don't sell it on Amazon anymore, but you can find it on a lot of different websites like Banggood, Dearbest, all kinds of places sell this thing still. And yeah, so gotta give props to Silverlit for making the world's smallest RC helicopter, and it's fully functional too. So, and this thing, like I said, is really, really stable. This thing barely even fusses for how small it is. It's amazing the technology they put into this thing to make it so stable it feels real. Like, oh my god, like a real helicopter floating around. So, very, very stable. So, spin around there. And alright, let's go for a landing. Let's see if I can make a landing on camera here. I'm going to try and land on the bed. It's going to be really, really tough, but let's see if I can do it. So, let's see. That works. Okay. Let's just show it one more time. Let's see if I can actually land it. Let's see, guys. Can I do it? I'm going to come around. Make a small. Oh, okay, that is really tough. All right, let's give it one more try. But this time, let's put down something hard like let's use this book that's on my desk. I'll use that, and I'll use that as a landing pad. Let's see if we can land on it. That'll be impressive if we can do it, but let's give it a go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, then we're airborne again, and let's see if I can land it. Come on, baby. Turn around. All right, come on. Get a little bit forward. Almost crashing into the side of the bed. And come on, land. Yes! did it. Yes. Alright, so that has been my review of the Silverlit Nano Falcon. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn notifications on. And I will see you guys in the next video. Larry Squad, and have a good day.